Hello, property nomads. Hope you're doing well. No surprises here, but Russia's oil revenues have substantially increased. And that is despite all of these tariffs, all of these Western European countries and America really telling us that we're not allowed to buy Russian goods, we're not allowed to buy Russian services. We've got to really stick it to the Russians, hit it where it hurts. And funnily enough, Russia's oil revenues have dramatically increased. Fantastic. Well, I see that those tariffs are working wonderfully. I'll just head over to this article here, and as usual, we'll put this link in the description below. So the oil and gas revenues are set to rise by 50% year on year in June. This is according to Reuters. And that is shooting up to $9.4 billion, despite decreasing subsidies to refineries. And this also reflects the Russian economy's ability to limit the impact of sanctions. Well, yeah, of course, absolutely. And the reason that Russia are continuing to trade and they are doing what they're doing is because these sanctions don't work. Why? Oil and gas are commodities that are needed by the world. If we are dragging billions of people out of poverty and we're doing better for the world and all of that sort of stuff, people will need oil, people will need gas. I know we've got this transition over to wind and solar and all the greeny bits and bobs, and there's a place for that moving forwards, absolutely. But solar energy, wind energy, that's not baseload energy. Baseload energy, you need your coal, you need your natural gas, you need your oil, you need your nuclear. Russia's got a lot of oil, Russia's got a lot of gas. So if Russia's old trading partners, I'm just going to say Western Europe, even though one of the pipelines is still open, but that's a different video in itself. Let's just say Russia's trading partners, the West, they have sanctioned Russia for being naughty people and for invading Ukraine and being antagonists and wanting global domination and all the BS that they come out with. Okay, if you're in Russia's shoes, because Russia's playing chess, we're playing drafts, Russia's always a step ahead of the game. Russia will have just turned around and will continue to turn around to, I don't know, BRICS countries, China, etc., and say, oh, yeah, hi, by the way, we've got a lot of oil now. Would you like some oil? By the way, we can do you a better discount, or we can do a better price for you. Maybe if you then purchase our oil in yuan, and then with the yuan that we get for that, it's called the renminbi, but I'll say the yuan anyway. Then with that, we can purchase Chinese goods with that currency. So it's a win-win situation. And then if we're going to settle it all at the end, then maybe just throw some gold between us and everything will be fine. Boom, voila. Now, there's a lot of stories out there. A lot of central banks are buying gold. Why are they doing that? Because they can see what's coming down the road. A lot of people buying a lot of gold with US dollars, and then they're selling treasuries. Then those dollars, as a result of that, are going back to the USA, or will be going back to the USA. That will at some point be a lot of inflation or hyperinflation, and then I would imagine bye-bye dollar. But that's a very long-term view on that. Point is, the sanctions haven't worked. Let's go back to this article. So the military conflict in Ukraine has prompted the West to impose multiple sanctions aimed at curbing Russian oil and gas income that accounts for about a third of the country's federal budget. Not correct. The military conflict in Ukraine has not prompted the West to impose sanctions. The West did not have to impose sanctions if it didn't want to, but it's decided to take the moral high ground with this, so it decided to. They've probably been very fed up with Russia for a while. And without even going through the article, exactly what we've just been talking about, Russia, as a result of that, has gone, yeah, okay, well, we'll get rid of our oil exports and we'll go to other BRICS countries, we'll go to countries that are closer to us, countries that want to trade with us, i.e. China and India. So that's why you have seen, or we will see, Russia's projected June oil and gas revenue at 814 billion rubles, or about $9.4 billion. I would imagine that that will likely increase moving forwards. Again, we'll put a link to the article in the show notes, but just proof that these sanctions are not working. So there is no need to continue them. At the end of the day, the West, we're making ourselves poorer by doing this sort of stuff, for taking the moral high ground, for being all these eco, warriors, and being, all of that rubbish that comes with it. We're shooting ourselves in the foot, and that is going to come back and really, if it hasn't already bitten us in the arse, it will come back and bite us in the arse uncontrollably, because energy is the economy, and again, people don't want to be paying higher prices for something if they don't need to, and if they can avoid doing so, then they will. It's just very simple. It really, really is. Yeah, our world leaders decide that we need to have a good go at Russia, and again, that will come back and bite us in the backside. One small favor, please do subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're seeing the numbers increase. It's a massive thank you to you for doing that. Use the bell notification thingy. Leave a comment below, leave a like. That would be superb. Thank you very much. See you in the next video.